We now know it's been on the market 3 years, and this group of doctors goes, uh-oh, some of these kids I'm giving penicillin to are having convulsions.
I do wonder what that melody is from. Anyway, it's night, and I've been out swimming, and it was actually, well, I didn't actually feel like I had the energy for it and all that, but it actually it seemed actually to be pretty good. It does seem like I need more training and all that, and more, I still have problems with my back. Do wonder if the back is going to be, if I'm going to be able to, sort that out if I, do more exercise and all that. See if I can get that worked out. But usually I didn't feel my back when I was swimming in the past before I hit into the wall. So that's it's kind of sad. So I don't know if it actually will just become worse or better and all that. I have some food things I need to figure out as well, and I've been trying to get chicken feed, which is said to be pretty good, and I'm trying to figure out in regards of meat as well, because some meat actually have tails of cows and all that have high amount of this substance, which is said to be good to the joints and all that. And I also have problems with my joints after I broke my knuckle, and so the knuckle is it's flat. You can see it's flat. It's not as it should be. And you have this high knuckle, and then you have like a low knuckle that is as low, actually nearly lower than the middle finger, and I broke that. Now, of course, it was somewhat painful and all that, but you get this idea that it's all in your head, right? And it hurted, and I thought it was, it would just work out, and then later on, I found out it was probably broken or something was weird. I didn't see it in the beginning that it actually had moved down. So yeah, it actually is lower than my middle finger. Interesting. It just looks a little, but it's okay. It's okay. The problem was that after I broke that, I began to have issues with my joints. I guess the body has probably used a lot of material and all that trying to fix it, and then I don't know, but then my joints began to have issues. Anyway, it's going downhill, everything. But I think I have some things I need to try out. But again, I haven't been able to get, chicken feeds that is not slaughtered to Satan. So I've tried different places, and I haven't succeeded yet. I know chicken feed does sound somewhat disgusting, but I don't care. If it's going to work, it's still clean animals. So I don't really care about it in regards. I'm all in for everything if it's going to work. As long as it's clean animals and all that, not unclean and all that. So still going by the Bible in regards to that. But oxtails are pretty neat as well. Actually, pretty tasty as well. And I have this article somewhere in regards of different foods, and I need to figure out which foods they are in Danish, figure out, because there's like 5 foods on a cow that is said to actually, didn't actually have the hoof, but I think the hoof also has some of this wonderful thing that it should be good to the joints and all that. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway. But chicken feet are also said to be really, really, really good for joints. So actually, I read something about that. They actually closed down an article on what the wonders was in regards of chicken feet. It was like the new miracle so-called drug. Not drug, but you get the point. Yeah. And then they closed down the research. They didn't. I guess they didn't like the result. The the industry didn't like the result of the chicken feed actually being because, they're earning so much money on sick people, It's incredible how little, what shall we say, how disgusting the system is, how little value they set on people's life and just, kill them off. It's just disgusting, How can people actually be part of a system actually killing off other people, It's just insane. It's just stupid. Anyway. They find something, that's actually getting really good results. Let's just close that down. And if a scientist believes in evolution, creation and all that, let's just kick him out of we can't have a scientist believe in creation, because we know that evolution, pagan satanic evolution, we know that's true. These bullshitters, we don't like God, and we'll keep the evolution. I've seen these quotes, and I remember one of them in regards of, where this was, and you see them, sometimes in regards of these scientists, and this scientist realized that evolution was total bullshit, but he couldn't accept the other. There's only two choices. He couldn't accept the other choice. Because the other choice was to accept a creator and God who created things, And he couldn't accept that. So he was hanging on with his nails onto evolution. But he knew it was, he knew it was bullshit. Think about being how can you even do that? If you know this is bullshit, how can you keep hanging on to it? If you know it's wrong, if you know it's just, if you can conclude that this is wrong, it's not true and all that, how can you just cling on to it? I just, how much hatred do you have for God to actually, do such a thing, it's bullshit, and yet you keep on. I don't understand people. I really don't understand people. It's incredible, Yeah. It's like, saying, he knows it's total crap and total bullshit and all that. That's total fiction and all that. And yet he hangs on to it because he can't accept the others, the other option. And just how is that scientific? By the way, it's not scientific. It's utter bullshit, and it is utter bullshit because they have an agenda to force their stupidity onto you, and and use great words like and then it's just disgusting. This world is utterly insane. I must say, in regards of after the swim, I am kind of pretty relaxed, actually. I feel pretty good. I feel relaxed, let's say it on that way. I still have the itch and all that ongoing, and I do, in regards of my, that's pretty silent down there in regards of my, my phallus, or what shall we say, phallus obelisks, having nice words, to disguise the fact in regards of, just saying it outright, right? Well, anyway, that's the same in regards to the Antichrist. He has actually an Egyptian erect penis standing in front of his house, But, it's just incredible, It's an idol. It's actually an idol. It goes back to, pagan things and all that. But no worries, because the Roman Catholics just tells you that no problem. We have put a cross on top of it, so everything is now okay. The penis has now been Christianized. Oh, really? So that's how you do it. Oh, you just put a cross on a Egyptian idol penis, erect penis, And then we have Christianized it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's how you do it. Of course, that's not the only thing that is, because it is a pagan religion overall. So they don't really have a problem in regards of paganism. They have problems with Christians, real Christians, because, according to the book of Daniel, the little horn, which is sitting or is actually attached to the Roman beast, actually persecutes the saints. So, of course, that would be the papacy. So-called Roman emperor and Roman Caesar and all that bullshit. And high pagan priest, Nothing to do with Christianity, that's for sure. But, he will say, oh, I'm the head of Christianity. Yeah, you're just the head of bullshit. That's what you're the head of, So let's see. Where did I actually go? We have synthesis of antibiotics. Alexander Fleming determined in 1928 that some fungi are capable. I'm not sure how far we actually got in regards of. Let's see here. Fungi have the ability to switch between diploid and haploid forms. We read that. I remember that because I still am not sure what diploid and haploid forms are. But, there was something in regards of let's go and look, recent, and we have haploid, and haploid was something weird, and, genetics of a cell or organism having a single set of chromosomes. And I must say I'm a little in regards of lacking on those. Here we have an organism or cell having only one complete set of chromosomes. I can't remember what chromosomes overall is. A thread-like strand of DNA in the cell nucleus that carries the genes in a linear order. Our humans have 22 chromosomes, pairs plus 2 sex chromosomes. Oh yeah, let's see. That's true. I remember doing some. Oh, it's so long. That was something in regards of you getting half of the chromosomes from your mother, and you get half of them from your father. The thing rounds up and rounds in and all that, and there you are. The whole code of you are created at conception. Anyway. And of course, the father determines if it's going to be a boy or a girl because he is the one having the X and the Y. You see, women only have the 2 X's and all that. But it's some time since I researched, there was something in regards of Yeshua as well, or Jesus, as we call him. But Yeshua would be his, real name, Hebrew name. But Yeshua, there was something in regards of chromosomes and all that, in regards of the blood, and some research on that. I don't know if it's true or not, but anyway, I remember doing some. I can't remember the guy that did this. John White. Not sure it's John White. It's just something with White anyway. But I think he got it wrong in regards of Noah's Ark, because the Bible says it's to the east, and Turkey is actually northwest. So that seems to be wrong in regards of this Noah's Ark and both and all that. But he seemed to get, he seemed to find other things that actually seem to agree with the Bible and all that. He found a lot of other things which might actually be very, very much the case. That is it looks very, and others have, scientists have been down there in regards of the water, what is it called, the place where they believe the Israelites went over, and it pretty much, it does seems to agree with the Bible and all that, and where the mountain is, and you have all these things, and just in any case, whatever. So, but he also talked about finding having access to the place, and I where the and I don't know, and he talked about testing some blood and all that, and finding there was something, as I understand it, when they tested, according to him, when they tested the blood, there was something, and it was still alive apparently when they fixed it and all that, according to him. I don't know, but it was interesting nonetheless. You never know. But he did look for evidence, and he found some pretty interesting things that has been verified by others. So I have some of the pictures in let's just take this one. This has it. So they actually have, of course, there's videos as well in regards of these things. But I think the images are actually in here. And it seems like Saudi Arabia seems to maybe open a little up in regards, because when White found this area, the Saudi Arabians closed the place down in regards of putting a fence around the area. I saw something about that the Saudi Arabians are, more open to actually. I saw something where they, tour guiding in regards of this, So, where's the pictures? Is there no pictures in this book in regards to that? It can't be true. I must have missed it or something like that. Oh, there we go. So, there we go. So I'm just going to turn the camera on here, or actually turn it around. So this is, this is going to be a little hard. So, okay. So as we see over here, that's one of the pillars, Solomon's column. And as I understand it, they found 2 pillars of this, and I'm getting off topic again. I just can't keep on the topic, apparently. But we can see, let's see if we have they would have walked around. Oh, it's hard. Here we go. Here's the where they went over, and you can see and that's where the pillars were standing, one on one side and another on another side. And one of the pillars, the water, because it was laying out in the water, one of the pillars that was, in the water, and apparently the Israeli military stood it up again, and as I understand it, it's actually still there. I think you can find it on Google Maps, actually. I think I actually have done that and found the position of it. Then you have the split rock and of Horeb, chariot wheel of Nuviba or something like that. You have the Mount Sinai, Scorched Peak. Now this is not in color, so it's little. And here we have the Piharirod. But you can pretty much, you can look and you can actually find the one pillar on the. If I remember correctly, I found the pillar is on Google Maps. You can actually, Pi Harirod, on the left side, in the middle there. You can actually find that on Google Maps. And then on the other side, there was also a pillar. And as I understand it, oh, that's my leg. Let's just get away from my legs. Now it is beautiful white, but anyway. But if you search on wasn't John White, was it? White something, White, what is he called? He was trained as a medical doctor or something like that. No, a nurse. And he was kind of seemed like a sweet guy. Let's see here, John White or John White. Wait, now something is wrong with John White. No. White, and let's see, Noah's Ark. But I don't think he got it correctly in regards of Noah's Ark. I think that's a fail. But at least he tried to, find and all that. See here, Noah's Ark. John White, no. What is he called? Ron White. That's the name. So his name is Ron White. So if you want to look, you can search on YouTube. or whatever for run wide. And then some interesting, there was 2 families that went over there and took videos afterwards, and yeah, it's very interesting, what they found. And I think that might actually be possibly the place where, you have the burning mountain where it's like sodded black, and you have the place where you have, Jewish, things, and also in regards to the feet that you can find different places and all. Anyway, and in regards to the Bible, giving the land where they would set their feet and all that. So anyway, getting back to the thing here, getting off topic. So let's see here. Fungal growth, forms and reproduction, toxic. I was in regards to the poison. Alexander Fleming determined. I think it was Swedish researchers. I think that actually went to the place, and because there's these strange objects on the bottom of the floor, where it is believed that the Israelis actually went over, when God divided the waters. And then they crossed the Egyptians, and there seems to be evidence that that we have these weird wheels and other artifacts on the bottom of the floor, and strange. Well, you can do some research on that for yourself. But it's very interesting, I think. So it's not only Ron White that have done research and all that on these things, but I think he got Noah's Ark wrong. I think that was but he tried the best that he could, but in any case, let's see. Alexander Fleming determined in 1928 that some fungi are but where did we? Structures, viral replication. I can't even remember how far we got. That's a problem. The pathogenic effect of fungi might be where we got toxic synthesis. Okay, well, let's just take it from here. So toxic synthesis products of fungi. Some fungi can produce toxic substances which pose a threat to humans. The following overview summarizes the most important fungi and the toxic substances they produce, as well as their effect. The pathogenic effect of fungi, again, they use the word, the bigger words instead of just, in regards of the harmfulness effect of fungi. Anyway, infectious diseases caused by fungi are called mycosis. I don't think we have read that, so I think that might actually be correct, that's where we got to. Because I remember the diploid and haploid form, thread-like, yep. I think we are on the right path here. So, infectious diseases caused by fungi are called mycosis. Mycosis. In a healthy individual, maybe we can actually look it up, actually. Copy, and let's see. No definition of that. But mycosis is, what was it? That's a good question. Why isn't it actually found in the, maybe this one. Let's try this and see if we can get anything. There we go. Infection with or disease caused by a fungus. So it's an infection with or disease caused by a fungus, mycosis. An origin, New Latin. Yeah. I don't know why this application doesn't have it. I must say this is my, WordWeb is my most favorite dictionary. I had a dictionary in regards to Merriam-Webster on my Nokia N8, which I had like 4 Merriam-Webster's dictionary in one. It was so, you just installed them over each other. And I thought that Android would have been the same, but no. I have no idea why they wouldn't have done it like they did on the Nokia. Because I have the medical dictionary of Webster's, it's very sad that I gave my mobile away. I should have kept it in just for the dictionary. Because it was kind of a powerful tool to just be able to search in one place and then have all the information. You have the standard dictionary, you have the more advanced dictionary, and you have the medical dictionary, and then I had like nearly a child dictionary, or very in the beginning. Or anyway, so if you just needed a quick thing, you in regards to the first, it worked very nice. If you want more information, you just went to the next, and if it was a medical thing, you could go to the medical. It was just awesome. It worked very nicely. But apparently in regards of Android, they didn't make it like that. Anyway, so you need to search in every single one of the... It's just stupid, It worked... I think it worked much better in regards of the Nokia N8. But anyway, and also another thing is that if you update the Merriam-Webster and the Webster Dictionary, they have spyware in them now, so I haven't updated the things, but I paid for these applications, and yet they put spyware in them. How disgusting is that? I wish I could actually, maybe there's an emulator in regards to the N8 or something like that, but I would still need the Merriam-Webster's for the Nokia N8. And I think that might actually be a problem actually getting those. So I guess I just have to move on. But it was a very, very powerful tool. It's just awesome. I think it was totally awesome. But I think it was 4 in total that I had installed for dictionaries. And again, it used the same application. So you just needed to install them in the right order, because the way you installed it in order, the way the application would pinpoint them. So you needed to install it, and then first install the things that you wanted on top, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the last one. So and I sorted that out, and it was pretty good. It was so powerful when I got it up, Any case, the pathogenic, and I thought it would be the same on Android, but no, boy, was I mistaken, I have no idea why they wouldn't do it like that. But anyway, and apparently, I'm not sure they even have the medical, dictionary of Merriam-Webster. I think my other, I could survive without the first dictionary in regards of the, where you just gotta, but if you could take the Merriam-Webster and this is the more advanced, this, what is it called, the college edition, and then if you have, and then just the medical and just into one program, would have been awesome. Would have been all, then you search on something, and then you could just, go down and see the next one. That was how it was on the N8. The Nokia N8. Now I'm going off topic again. Oh, it's just incredible. So toxic synthesis products of fungi. Some fungi can produce toxic substances which pose a threat to humans. The following overview summarizes the most important fungi and the toxic substances they produce, as well as their effect. The pathogenic effect of fungi. Infectious diseases caused by fungi are called mycosis. In a healthy individual, they usually do not pose a problem. If the immune system is compromised, however, they will break out as an opportunistic infection. Now, in the past, what do you think I was doing to myself? Well, I was drinking a lot of alcohol, I was smoking, and I got all this Hitler milk that they are selling, and not the best diet and all that. You think that my immune system might have been compromised in that? And also, I was frustrated and what shall we say? Frustrated and kind of because of my other issue in regards of my what do you call it? That was a good word for that. But anyway, in regards of my asshole, I had bleeding and such and all that because of the paper, the sandpaper that, I have no idea. It's just torture, totally torture. And I'm not the only one that had issues with this paper, People wouldn't even go to the toilet because of the paper, So, and they had it like in schools, and we called it the government paper, pretty much the state paper in some sense. At least, in regards of this, it was called, the state paper, pretty much. I guess it's another word in English, but it was a yellow thing, and it was like sandpaper, pretty much. Really, really, why would you ever do that? Why would you ever buy this crap, But not, there was no ass pistol on any toilet in Denmark, which is just much better. And, but no, we can't have that. They could just still have had this bad paper and then some ass pistols installed, which are very cheap. And, you could just have dried yourself with this bad paper, because if you're drying yourself, you don't need to, wipe. You just need to, so in any case, it's just incredible how why would we ever use paper? It's just, I don't get it, It's just, when we have the possibility of something else, which they actually have been using for, a long, long time, So anyway, if the immune system is compromised, however, they will break out as opportunistic infections, And I think that's the thing that I have had of issue. And if the doctors didn't have their head up into their ass or asses, they would have put me on diflucan for 8 days. But no. And they would have told me to change my diet and stop drinking alcohol. And of course, society wouldn't have had all this Hitler milk, You actually have, what was it like? You actually have probiotic in milk before they actually just totally wipe it out, give it a Hitler treatment. And so let's see, dermatophytes are keratinophilic fungi that affect human skin, hair, and nails. Yeast and mold fungi affect the gastrointestinal and respiratory mucous membranes. High risk after treatment with antibiotics. Oh, there's a high risk after treatment with antibiotics. Oh, well, maybe they should tell you that this antibiotic are fungus poison and kills off bacteria. Anyway, so dermatophytes. I do wonder how you actually say that. Let's see if we have. They have it. Dermatophyte. A vestibular parasite infesting the skin. Okay, a vestibular parasite. Okay, whatever. Let's see here. So, dermatophytes are keratinophilic fungi. And again, okay, that's one of these big words again, right? Lots of big words, and it's not there. Keratin, maybe? Layer of the skin and horny tissue, such as, I'm not sure. Anyway, a keratinophilic fungi that affects human skin, hair, and nails. Okay, that makes sense maybe in regards of keratin, I guess it might be made of keratin or something like that in regards to skin, hair, nails. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeast and mold fungi affect the and that's the GI, right? But that would be the GI. That's called in a better word, is called the word I can't remember at the moment. The digestive system. Yeah, the digestive system. That's a much, gastrointestinal and respiratory mucous membranes. Well, what was it called? I missed the thing again. I can't remember. It's just lost it again. The digestive system, yeah, that's it. The digestive tracts and the digestive system starts from the mouth, goes through the stomach, and I can't remember what they're called, but anyway, the gut, and then it gets out the asshole, which I had another word for asshole. Do we actually have? Oh yeah, I actually have one in regard. Maybe I can. Let's see, asshole. Let's see if we can find a better word for asshole. Something that is much, somewhat nicer. Asshole. No, apparently, assure. No, that's not asshole. Isn't that an asshole? There we go. Okay, asshole. The anus. A person who is stupid, foolish. Yeah, well, the anus, but the anus sounds like it might be Latin or Greek or something like that. Why don't we actually have anything in regards of, Thesaurus or something? It doesn't seem like there's actually anything in ashore. Is that all? The idea is to find other, but no, that's just bad. Butthole. Oh yeah, butthole. That was a good one. Butthole. The butthole. The butthole. Yeah, it's a butthole. Yeah, it's a hole, right? Which trash, where the trash comes out. A butthole. That's a much better word. Butthole. It sounds pretty English as well. Butthole. Butthole. I like butthole. I like the word butthole. I think that's pretty good. Butthole. Butthole. Yeah. We have a problem with regards to the connection apparently. Even if it has full connection. The network status is poor. How can it be poor when I have nearly full 4G things? Maybe it's something in regards of YouTube or something like that. I don't know. But apparently it continues to complain about bad connection. Well, that's not true. There's no bad connection. It's just continuing on with the bad connection. Oh, the network status is poor. Please ensure that the connection is strong or try to reconnect. You have to be kidding me. This is so stupid. And sometimes it stops actually, saying that. But, oh, come on. What do we have of applications? Maybe there's something in regards to, well, let's just turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. That off. Oh, actually, by the way, that was another thing actually, but that's off topic as well. I did pay for this application over here. See, drops, and apparently, I put money into this, and then they changed the application just after I paid for it. And I wouldn't have paid for it if I knew what they would have done with the application and all that, which pretty much took a lot of the fun factor out of the application, which is a very important thing to have the fun factor in the learning game, because it just makes it more fun. It makes it like a game, right? I'm not saying that it's, that the game has to be as fun as a standard, bullshit, diabolic game and all that. But, if it has some fun factor and makes it, what shall we say, fun to play, then you forget that you're actually learning. And here we go. They didn't have Greek before, and I actually bought the Hebrew version, and then they unlocked 2 other languages and all that. But really, there's not really any language that I wanted to actually learn besides Greek. And I'm like, why didn't they have Greek? In regards of it. So here we have the foundations of the letters and all that, it seems, and colors and shapes and all that. That seems pretty good. Essential, day tripper, sightseer. I have no idea if a lot of these words I probably won't be using. But again, they just added, as I understand, they added this to the application. I actually wrote to them about this. And actually, they seem to have fixed it, in regards of. So I guess my money is not totally down the drain. But I think they destroyed the fun factor of it. I don't know. Maybe I need to give it a try more and all that. That was something in regards to the Hebrew that was, I think, was ruining the things as well. I think it was something they don't have the nikut in the Hebrew or something like that. That's just stupid, So yeah. Anyway, so I could of course write to them and complain about that. They seem to do more things and all that. But yeah, very nice that they now have Greek. I have actually been looking forward to seeing them actually make the Greek language. Because some of the Greek is in regards to Bible language and all that so that's one of the the reason why I would be interested. German would be maybe a little interesting as well in regards of the Protestants and all that, and Martin Luther and other Protestants, writing in German. And that might be an interesting thing to practice as well. More German and all that. I don't think German is actually, I think German will actually be easier than Greek and Hebrew, because Greek and Hebrew, you need to know the letters. You need to study these new forms of letters and all that. So before you can actually begin, German pretty much have the same, what is it called? Same, letters as Danish. So Arabic, I wouldn't be so much interested in Arabic because they don't really, there might be some useful stuff in regards to, but I guess, it would be nice if I could learn a lot of things, but the thing is, the glass is already full, and that's the problem, But in any case, Greek, it's nice to see that they actually have Greek now. Something I need to try out for sure at some point. I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, actually, they do have a good amount. It seems like one, two. Oh, they actually have a lot. Actually, one, two. They have a. Yeah, they have a pretty. Yeah, it will be interesting to try out at some point. And it stopped complaining about the connection being bad. I have no idea. Again, I don't know where the problem is, where the bottleneck is in regards of bad connection. If it's actually the mobile or the mobile connection or YouTube that has issues, following along or whatever. Anyway, the pathogenic effect of fungi, infectious diseases caused by fungi are called mycosis. In a healthy individual, they usually do not pose a problem. If the immune system is compromised, however, they will break out as an opportunistic infection, and that's the problem. I see what the immune, we can actually, it just goes to a website. Interesting. Let's see what it goes to. So this is components and diseases of the human immune system, last updated in regards to the Roman pagan calendar, July, which is in regards of Julius Caesar, if I remember correctly, July, and the 2019. And of course, Augustus wanted a month as well, and of course he didn't want to he wanted to have, more days than his Julius Caesar and all that. So he got Augustus, August. And he stole a day from February, in this pagan calendar anyway, if I remember correctly. So that, I think it was February anyway. It's in the science magazines I have. People are, there's some pretty good stuff sometimes in the science magazines. You just have to discern Okay, we have in order to recognize pathogenesis on the micro and biological level at an early stage, and to be able to treat them at adequately, I guess, comprehensive knowledge of physiological and might be an okay, there's actually not that much. I thought, no, yeah, there's a lot more. Well, we'll just go back to macrophages. This is actually just a page where you can actually look up, macrophages are, as I remember, the white blood cells that eats up other, as the name macrophage suggests, in regards of Latin or Greek, macrophages is something that eats something, apparently. Suggests these are phagocytes that develop from monocytes and specialize depending on the type of organ they become part of. Thus, a macrophage that is located in the connective tissue is called the histiocyte. I think it's the white blood cells that eats things and all that. Neutrophil, I think it's also one of these. But anyway, there's some games about these things. I actually have some of the games. I've actually... there are some games in regards of the body, but it seems like many of these games, which is science games, actually don't take off. So it's very sad. But there are some games out there in regards of the immune system and all that, where you actually learn a little by playing, and I don't think it's that much about fungus, but we have some about the EGM and the EGG and the EGA. Okay, wasn't that something in regards of fungus and all that? In regards of antibodies, if you have had fungus, you would have some kind of antibodies, whatever. Again, I'm just a layman. I don't know that much about these things. It's a pretty, what shall we say, new to me. I took it's like on off in regards of finding out, in regards of figuring my health issues. Usually I get to the point where at some point I give up and I just return to other things, and then at some point I have the strength to try again, and that has pretty much been the case for the last 19 years. Yeah. And I guess you're getting, I guess it's, you're getting, you grow in information and all that. So anyway, if the immune system is compromised, however, they will break out as opportunistic infections. And we have to go with dermatophytes and keratophilic fungi that affects human skin, hair, and nails. Yeast and mold, and yeast was is the single cell thing, and mold is something that, as I understand it, is close together in regards of the what was it? Candida is apparently defined as a fungi, not a mold. Mold is where all these together in, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, but that's a difference between a yeast and mold and fungi in regards of in regards of their characteristics and so forward. Anyway, and mold fungi affect the gastrointestinal and respiratory mucous membrane. High risk after treatment with antibiotics. So they say high risk. So it's not just a small risk, it's a high risk after treatment with antibiotic. And why could that be? Well, maybe because you're killing off all the good guys, with the antibiotics or the fungus poison. Not the best idea, I remember one of these other doctors that is on the internet and all that, brainwash people and all that. And he says, in regards of, after you have taken antibiotics, there's a greater risk for getting, lady issues. And he says there's two options. Well, I think that's a third option, But anyway, he has these two options in regards of antifungus and all that. And I actually can't remember what the two options was besides the antifungal and all that. There was another option he talked about, and I wouldn't have gone with any of them, Just stop giving them antibiotics, So you give them antibiotics and they get fungal issues because you destroyed a lot of the good bacteria and all that, and it makes the fungal grow out of hand, and then they have issues which you then fix with another drug. It's just insane. It's just these madmen, it's just an insane asylum. It's just full of madmen, mad people that has just lost their brains, or maybe just hungry for money. Anyway, systemic mycosis develop when fungi spores are inhaled. They can then and spores are the eggs or the seeds of the fungi. And besides inhaling fungi spores, you can also inhale mycotoxins, which is fungi poison. So anyway, and I think they actually work in cohesion. What's it called? Is that the right word? Cohesion? They work in, the poison works to, suppress your immune system and all that. And the spores, of course, are the new babies. Not in regards of sticking together, but they are, it's working together to make it easier for the children of the fungus to grow, and not get attacked by the immune system and so forward. It's very devious. So systemic mycosis develop when fungi spores are inhaled. They can then manifest in different inner organs, resulting in severe infections that can be lethal. HIV positive patients are susceptible to these infections. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing in regards of this, what shall we say, this what's it called? This wicked system that it's, if you look on the Danish pages in regards to the state Serum Institute thing, you can see that it's primarily focusing on patients that are cancer or HIV. They don't really seem to look at the issues in regards of so-called healthy people. They don't really think it's a problem with those, apparently. But looking at the internet and this huge information about Candida albicans and Candida issues and all that, apparently people have issues and they're not resolved by the doctors, So it's just, it's incredible how much information there is. And the PubMed having over that's the government page thing, the PubMed page have nearly 40,000 articles on this, Candida albicans. And yet they will say, it's not a problem, whatever. Any case, so let's see, synthesis of antibiotics, which, fungus poison pretty much. Alexander Flynn, they really love their antibiotics. It's just antibiotics. It's just stupid, Alexander Fleming determined in 1928 that some fungi, here we have the whole story. It's not a secret, actually. You just need to look at, you need to dig a little. So here's another witness in regards to this. So Alexander Fleming determined in 1928 that some fungi are capable of producing substances that are effective as antibiotics. And antibiotics means against life. So against, biotics, as I understand it, life. So anti-life, against life. And you have probiotics are for life, and then you have prebiotics, but I can't remember in regards to the but it's food for the good guys. I don't know if the bad guys actually, but that's the thing in regards to the good guys and the bad guys. The bad guys might actually be pretty good if the good guys are keeping them in check, The bad guys might actually just be doing what they need to do if the good guys are keeping them in check, But if the good guys it's not there, then the other guys goes haywire because there's not, the police is not there anymore. Anyway. And then you get into a lot of... So again, in regards to the bad guys and good guys, it's just, you have to be careful because, even Candida albicans seems to have some kind of a function. But it seems like that not all people have Candida. So if not all people have Candida in their gut, which I'm not totally sure on, but it seems like it says like 50% of the Danish people, you have Candida. Well, if it's Candida overall, then it seems you can actually live without Candida albicans, right? Oh, sorry, Candida, all the fungus, all the species. If only 50% of the people have Candida, then you apparently can live without it, But it does, as I understand it, also have a function to when it's in its yeast form and it's controlled and all that. It can be, as I understand it, useful for the gut to break down things and all that. But I need to do more research on that. But so synthesis of antibiotics. Alexander Fleming determined in 1928 that some fungi are capable of producing substances that are effective as antibiotics, kills bacteria. Including penicillin. Oh, here we go. Including penicillin from Penicillium notatum. Cephalosporin from Agrimonium. And Griseofulvin from Penicillium griseofulvum or something like that. 50 of these approximately 2,000 substances characterized as antibiotics are used as chemotherapeutics. I don't know what is... So, of these approximately 2,000 substances characterized as antibiotics are used as chemotherapy. Okay, what's that? That seems like a chemo thing or something like that. What are you saying? What are you saying to me? All for relating to chemotherapy? Okay. Okay. What? That seems stupid. That seems... Are they using antibiotics for chemotherapy, which actually is a fungal issue in the first place? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me? That doesn't seem very clever. That seems pretty stupid. But as you can see, penicillin is from Penicillium and all that. And so I guess the others might also be, fungus in regards of Agrimonium. It's talking about some fungi. So these must be fungi, Penicillium notatum must be a fungi, Agrimonium must be a fungi, and Penicillium griseofulvum must be a fungi as well. So 50 of these approximately, so 50 of these approximately 2,000 substances characterized as antibiotics are used as chemotherapeutics. Why would you use that in regards of chemotherapy? Why would you use more fungus poison? It makes... Is this... Are you telling me that you're putting more fungus poison in people that already have a fungus issue? Is that what you're telling me? Is this... Oh, incredible. How evil can this system be, How evil and wicked can this system be? Apparently, you just get surprised. It's just a deep hole and it just continues in its evil, I have no idea why any person could ever work for this wicked system, How can you be a doctor, Oh yeah, because money, and I've used a lot of years to get this education, and now I've been brainwashed, and even if I see, I don't see because, that's mammon, and I have a family I need to provide for, and I like in regards to the authority I get in the white coat, and all this bullshit, How, yeah, it's just incredible. Just. So we apparently are, done with the fungi. So now we're going to viruses and all that. It's going to be interesting. Of course, there is more on fungus, but this is the first page in regards of the basic of what was it called? The basic of medical microbiology, and then we have bacterial infections, pathogenesis, and more. And we have mycology, that is in regards of fungi, the study of fungus. We have more fungal diseases, symptoms, and diagnosis. Then we have antifungal, drug list, and classification. That would be interesting. Then we have in regards of parasites. And let's just take let's just take a look at this. If in regard, it's a long. Okay, here we have nystatin, and nystatin is the thing that works local. It is also called fungicidin, with a similar structure of that of amphotericin B. And fungicidin, I think, was a fungi because it kills fungus, right? You have fungistatin, and then you have fungicidal, but that seems to be a little different in regards to the wording here, but who knows, Let's just see if we can find, no, we have fungicidal, we have fungicide, but we haven't fungicidin. I don't know if fungicidin means in regards of, maybe let's try one of the other, other dictionaries and see. It would have been very nice if the Merriam-Webster dictionary was. I haven't been able to find it. It might be out there. Let's see if we can find. Nope, couldn't find a word in regards of this. So that's not good. Okay, let's take the Webster dictionary in regards of the bigger one. Let's see if it will have it. Let's see, searching, and we'll just take the college dictionary. I think I had. Oh no, whatever. We have fungicide, and then we have fungicidin. But again, I guess it might be some of the same in regards of. It's also called fungicidin, with a similar structure to that of amphotericin B. And amphotericin B, they put it in directly in your blood, as I understand it. That would not be me, It is derived from Streptomyces neuricae. That's a bacteria, and has high systemic toxicity. Hence, it is commonly used as a topical agent. Are they talking about nystatin, or are they talking about? Anyway, let's see here. Here we have amphotericin B. Maybe they're talking about nystatin, but the thing is, nystatin is local. It works primarily in the digestive system. It doesn't really get taken up. It's very little that gets taken up by the body, if any, as far as I understand from the sources that I have been able to. So here we have fungus things and all that. And I must say, I think it actually looks very nice. And it might be all the antifungals I'm taking, and natural antifungals and all that. Looks pretty nice, natural things. I also bought some of these where they have different olive. I'm not sure what is actually in that. Let's see. It's like has oregano, olive leaves. You have some morning. I'm not sure what that's called in English. And timia. Lots of English. It's called. The small. What was it called? I can't remember the word now, but I know it. So, and garlic, of course, I get a lot of garlic. I get lots of garlic. But it seems like the fungus has pretty much. We have some peppermint and fennel thing, and niacin and all that, and some cinnamon as well. So that's just in this product, which is pretty much a woman product, I guess. It's also have women color in regards to being pink and all that. And it's also called Dida in regards of Candida and all that. It's, I've actually been on it before, years ago and all that. That was actually two, things in Denmark where they had natural things, but I'm not sure about the other thing, and I didn't actually, through the I should have some of these things. It didn't work, So, and probably because I was probably not eating right and all that, and I don't know. There's other factors as well in regards to these things, right? So there's a lot of factors apparently. Then I have something in regards to for the liver at the moment. That was totally expensive. I have no idea, I didn't look at the price when I took it. That was just incredibly expensive. But it has some of this, what's it called? What is it called in English? I can't remember, but it's just famous for being a helper for the liver. And of course, then I have all the rest that I'm using in my food and all that. Here we go. In regards to these things, I have. Let's see. This is the and no, that's actually looks bad. Let's find in one that is better looking, like this. There we go. You use them at the pagan Christmas thing as well, and you can eat them, and they're pretty. They have some power in them. I never thought I would actually get through them, but I'm using a lot of them. I just put them in. At the moment, I'm just putting them in, and a lot of things I'm putting into my food. So, I put it in the grounded meat, and I actually made a lot of tea as well. And just put things in it, and I just drank the things with the tea, hoping that it also, goes down to the gut and all that. I'm not sure in regards to the juice or of the water, if of the tea, if it's only the water, does it actually get through all the tract, I don't know. But anyway, whatever. So yeah, my tongue is actually become pretty nice, I think. But here you see an example of it's kind of disgusting, but at the same time I actually find it intriguing in some sense. I don't know why. It's I don't know. I have something in regards of fungi, I guess. It's interesting to see what actually can be, and it's disgusting, yeah, but it's still interesting in some sense. What these guys can. Here we go. Let's see. So anyway, and I must say, when you get into researching these things, you do look at a lot of disgusting things. But that's just, if you want to know things, you have to. Here we have fluconazole. Fluconazole is diflucan. It is marketed in the form of a tablet or suspension to treat yeast infection of the vagina, the mouth, the throat, the esophagus, abdomen, and lungs. And diflucan works all over the body. In the eyes, it's in the fluid of the the fluid of, I can't remember. Anyway, the fluconazole pretty much goes everywhere. It seems, nearly everywhere in the body. It's against systemic systemic Candida, for example, Candida albicans. Here we see some pharmacokinetics. Fluconazole is 94% absorbed. Oral bioavailability is unaffected by food or gastric pH. It is primarily excreted unchanged in urine with T half of 25 to 30 hours and side effects and all that. That's in regards to the side effects. I do wonder, could the side effects have anything to do with actually killing off a huge amount of, fungi that just, explodes and all the guts gets out in, and the toxins in the, I think that, a rash, abdominal pain, vomiting, if you are having a lot of things in your body, you sometimes, I remember fasting. And when you fast, sometimes, I remember vomiting when I was fasting, because it seems like the stomach contact became very, what shall we say, toxic, and you vomit it up, nausea, well, wouldn't you be feeling nausea if you're getting all these fungus poison out in the system and all that? And a rash, wouldn't you expect that there might be a common rash? And headache, of course, that would be, I would expect that if you're killing off fungus by the millions and maybe billion, I don't know how many there is, but anyway, you get the idea. If you're killing off a lot of fungus, you would expect to have some symptoms, some side effects, I would be very surprised if you got something that worked without any symptoms, in regards of if you killed off these, anyway. So, let's see, elevation of hepatic transaminase has been noted in AIDS patients. I guess hepatic must be in regards of liver issues. Kaufman Doc Kaufman talks about, pertaining to or affecting the liver, Doc Kaufman says that they never ever saw an elevated liver thing, so in all his time of practice and giving out this diflucan and all that. But it apparently says elevation of hepatic transaminases has been noted in AIDS patients. So he probably didn't have any AIDS patients. So even if let's see, a class of transferases that catalyze transamination that transfer an amino group from an amino acid to an, I don't know, whatever. As compared to other azoles, and that's the thing, diflucan is one of the azoles. It's I guess the most popular of those, but there are others that kills fungus. It has the least effect on liver microsomal enzymes. So we have voriconazole. Here we have the soles, the azoles, and there should be others, but and that probably is clotrimazole. No idea what that is. This application actually seems to be pretty good of information in regards of fungus. An antifungal as well. I do wonder how, but I guess some fungus fights other fungus and all. That was these two, was that like mold and mildew that was fighting each other or something like that, and used poisons to something in regards. That was from BBC or something like that, or whatever. That was also interesting, used directly in the blood and all that. So I would go back to the basic of medical I do wonder the thing here, maybe there's usually a banner or something like that in the start down at least, having, why do you people, that make applications and all that, why is it, why do you always have to put, bullshit in the applications, Oh, that's pretty much the same. Okay, so I don't understand it. People can't make a program for free, It's just incredible. I don't understand it. They just money, right? It's like, oh well. Anyway, that's just me. So let's see here. And of course, these, advertising are usually promoting a lot of, pagan satanic bullshit, so it's just disgusting. And see, you can just see how it just takes up space. I'm sure if I actually stop the ad blocker, there probably will come advertising, and just no go, absolutely no go. And that's the thing, when you have a closed system as Android, which you're not getting, you're not getting administrator rights. I paid like 5,000 kroner for this mobile a long time ago, and I've been very happy about this mobile actually. it has been it's actually getting a lot of years on, but it's still working. And it's still, well, there's some issues in regards of charging the batteries and all that. But being an older model, you can actually change the battery. So I actually have chargers outside. So I can just flip the battery and just, and the chargers are still working and all that. So that's pretty good. So I'm still pretty happy about this mobile. So it was, I think it was pretty good given out in regards, but it's still locked. You're not, I would probably still give it, to 1 star of 10 stars or something like that, because you are not you're not owning the you paid 5,000 kroners, and yet, that's how many dollars is that? Is that like $500 or something like that? Let's see, maybe it's more, $700 actually. I think I paid maybe. I think actually it was $700 I paid for this mobile many years ago, and I must say it has kept the screen that hasn't broken or anything like that. It's actually have been pretty and I've used it daily, a lot actually. So, doing the research and so forward and all that. But it could be a lot better, of course. If they just wanted to make things better, they could. So, but they're not going to do that. Oh, there we go. So let's see here. So we had the synthesis of antibiotics. We gone to viruses. And viruses is, again, a subject that I do not know. You read a little here and you read a little there and all that. And I grow, you grow in knowledge. And it's pretty much what I'm just trying to get. I'm just trying to get some, some knowledge in regards to this field, because the doctors apparently won't help me. You're pretty much alone on these things. But at least I have some options now. I do see some options that actually might help me and so forward. If, of course, I could get the doctors to actually prescribe it to me. I need to see if I can actually find a place where I can get it outside the doctors, because I'm getting, it's wasting my time, it seems, in regards to these white coat murderers, that likes to... take off the knife and, fix you with fungus poison and whatever other weirdness of theirs. So anyway, not really positive about the medical system, that's for sure. The medical mafia, anyway. So viruses. Viruses are infectious particles that are between 20 nanometers and 300 nanometers in size. Viruses cannot grow on their own or reproduce. I've seen how the viruses, for example, get into a cell, and it uses the cell to reproduce itself and destroys the cell at the same time. But anyway, all the bacteria or the fungus or whatever. Anyway, let's go on. There's some interesting things in regards to that on the internet. They use host cells instead. They invade the host cells and use the host metabolism for their own reproduction. Bacteriophages, as I understand it, are pretty much just viruses that attacks bacteria. A particular type of virus. Yeah, it's a virus. Yeah. So I guess you have fungal phages as well. They use bacteria as their host by injecting that genome into the bacterium and integrating it into the genome. Okay. And again, I was looking in regards of Candida albicans, because I'm like thinking, hey, if there's these viruses that actually can destroy different things and all that, if you could just, if I have Candida albicans, it doesn't seem like the fungus has any resistance to this. I'm not totally sure, but it seems like that that they don't have resistance. So if Candida albicans, if these, which have problems of being resistant to a lot of things, but if it's not resistance to these viruses, and they could actually grow these viruses that is against the Candida albicans, and you can just take them and the viruses would kill off the Candida. That would be pretty cool, But anyway, apparently they use these viruses for treating, other infections in some nations. I've seen something about that. But again, I'm not sure because they didn't really show are they injecting these viruses into the person, or are the person just eating it, or, how is it done? I have no idea. So anyway, structure and classification of viruses. The genetic information of the virus exists in the form of a nucleode from DNA or RNA. I can't remember what RNA actually is, but anyway, the nucleode is surrounded by capsid, a protein layer, and partially by an additional layer of lipids and glycoproteins. Oh, we have a huge amount of big words, right? Some viruses have enzymes, for example, reverse transcriptase. Not sure what that is, but anyway, a reverse transcriptase. I guess it must be some reverse whatever. I don't know. Viruses are classified according to the following characteristics: RNA or DNA, single or double-stranded genome, naked or enveloped, additional enveloped, cube-based, helical or complex capsid symmetry, animals, plants, or humans as a host, immunological characteristics, sensitive toward chemical or physical properties. Viral replication. With regard to the type of replication, it is important to differentiate between bacteriophages and eukaryotic viruses. And I guess, again, I guess these are different kinds of viruses that, attacks different kinds of their view of kinds. Well, anyway, and there should also be fungus phages, as I understand it. Again, I found a webpage where this guy was. Let me see if I can find it. I can't find it on the mobile because then I need to install. As typical in regards of Facebook and all that. Instead of just being able to use the browser for doing all the things, they want you to install their spyware. So that's incredible. But I have my computer here, so let's see if I can find the thing. I talked to Dog at some point where I sent him there we go. Let's see here, it's from ResearchGate.net. Candida albicans Mycophage, and myco in regards to fungus, so you have the mycovirus. And this is Haydar Samaka, University of Kufa. And he says, I would like to know if there are a virus, a mycophage, attack Candida albicans. Any suggestions or information will be appreciated. And Karine A. Darbinyan, Scientific and Production Center of Arm Biotechnology, says, hello, Pseudomonas phage can inhibit Candida albicans. See attached info. Hope this info will help you. Good luck. And there's a PDF and all that. And another one, Phil Gaius from GMQ. I'm not sure what that is, but he also put a link for something. And some guy from Sedika SML, University Center of Naami and University of Tlemcen or something like that. He says, dear colleague, the following document will be useful to you. And they have 5 questions about mycoviruses. And a PDF, and then molecular characterization of Mycose viruses in the dermatophyte, and PDF again. This article is available on ResearchGate. Molecular characterization of microvirus in the dematified and dematophyte fungi. Ganin A. Alamo et al. 2015. International Journal of Innovation and Applied Studies. Whatever. Anyway. And the last one, Camilo Urbino, University of Tarapesa, something like that. I think this is a promising line of research against... Oh, I lost it. Let's see. Against intrahospitallary infections by Candida auris. Yeah, that's the thing. Candida auris, that has been a... if you look on YouTube and search for Candida auris, there's like, oh, this Candida is... the problem is with this Candida is that all the antifungals that they have available, like the whole 11 or something like that, is resistance to all of them. So they have a problem. So she's, I guess she's thinking that, this might be in regards of a good thing in regards of Candida auris, that, that we might actually be able to cure it by, by these phages or viruses. Anyway, she goes on, hope this kind of research gets the attention and funding it urgently requires, as our knowledge of macrophages is much behind than that of bacteriophages. And, pretty much they are behind in regards of fungus as well, in regards of, it's an area that they don't know much about. I've seen them talk about that. Fungus is, is not a well-known, as far as I can see from the information that I've researched and all that. So, but of course, if there's no money in it, then they don't care about it, because they're not there to save lives. They're there to make business, money, money, money. And there's big business in keeping people alive and still, selling them things, So like, for example, if you have, what is it called? I can't even remember it at the moment. But anyway, it's disgusting. It's utterly disgusting. Instead of going to the cause, actually telling people why they are getting it, why they're getting these issues. They're just keeping their mouth shut, and just selling a product. It's disgusting. It's utterly disgusting. Anyway, so sensitive toward chemical and physical properties or riotic viruses. Of information to read. But it would be interesting if that's actually possible to actually kill off Candida albicans. Now, they would probably still first research in regards of Candida auris, because Candida auris, if you search on YouTube, you will see that, this is this big, Candida species that is resistant to any drug or any fungal drug they have at their disposal. So, I don't know if there's any interest of actually going that route in regards of, but it, but other nations, some nations have actually studied these macrophages and all that, or phages. And again, you can see something on that on YouTube as well. I can't remember the nation that actually had this, where this video was. But anyway, so the replication cycle of bacteriophages. Phages are composed of a single or double-stranded head and a tail, which serves to adhere to the host bacterium. After penetrating the cell wall, and you can see on YouTube, you can see how it attaches to the, and then just shoots into the cell and all that. Anyway, after penetrating the cell wall, this hollow tail injects its genome into the bacterium. Afterwards, two different cycles can follow: the Lytic replication cycle or the temperate lysogenic cycle. During the Lytic replication cycle, DNA is transcribed immediately. The protein structures and the envelopes of the phage are replicated by the host, as is the DNA later on, the bacterium dies off in the process. Approximately 100 to 200 new infectious phages are released per host cell. So what it does, it goes to a bacteria, and then it injects this thing, and it replicates these 100 and apparently 200 new infectious phages, and they can then go on to other places and infect others, and you can see it could go quickly in regards of spreading. Anyway, the temperate and if that is the case with the same, if that is the same case with the Candida albicans, it could be pretty powerful, maybe. Just getting something in it. If it's only directly targeting, that seems to be the thing in regards of these phages. They are only targeting specific things, So in regards to this documentary, or whatever I saw in regards of it, they had huge amount of multiple phages that apparently they must have cultivated or something like that, and they use them for different things. So anyway, the temperate cycle is also referred to as the lysogenic cycle. The term lysogenic describes the bacterial chromosome. Prophages are created, which are first replicated together with the bacteria DNA and inherited. Okay. The replication of cycle of viruses infecting eukaryotic cells, and I'm probably not saying that correctly. Maybe we should try to see if we can actually find it in. No, there's no. Having cells with good or membrane-bound nuclei, but there's not really anything in regards of voice. Let's see if there's a voice here if I search it on the word. There we go. Paste. See. We have one at least. Let's see if it's going to go. New Latin.
Eukaryotic.
Oh, there we go. Let's start again.
Eukaryotic.
Eukaryotic. Okay, eukaryotic. Okay, great. Let's go back. Eukaryotic. Eukaryotic cells. So viruses infecting eukaryotic cells, according to this. In this case, the viruses completely invade the host cell. The genome is released inside the infected cell. The 6 steps of viral replication are attachment using, apparently as I understand it, viruses are not really alive. So they have a lot less, compared to a bacteria, they had I think it was in regards of the genome or something like that. It has a lot less than a bacteria compared to a bacteria. I don't know in regards of that, if that is in regards of information as well. There might be. I'm getting a little tired here. It's also getting pretty late. And it's always help with a little swim and all that, right? Let's see. So the genome is released inside the infected cells. The 6 steps of viral replications are attachment using specialized proteins to attach to the host cell. And we can get this a little bigger, okay. Maybe a little too big, but who knows. Attachment using specialized proteins to attach to the host cell. Penetrating, invading the cell, uncoating, the capsid is dismantled and genetic material is made available. Replication, the viral nucleide, acid, and viral proteins are released. New viruses exit the cell via, I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly. I maybe should actually look that up, actually. No, apparently, let's try just writing it. Via. Let's see, via.
Via.
Oh, via. Cell membrane. Now, English is only my second language, so just, I think I could pretty much, in regards of the grammar and all that, I probably have issues with that, but And rather than DNA, retroviruses possesses a special enzyme, the RT. The RT transcribes the RNA into DNA before releasing it into the. So apparently HIV is a virus. Interesting. I don't know what the difference is in regards of RNA and DNA, and I'm losing my voice. 2 seconds. I need some water. There we go. I think, hopefully. I've been talking a lot in regards of today, so the voice have to there's probably things that can actually aid the voice. I guess Doug Kaufman might actually know. Using the T, I wonder if the T is also helping on his able to speak and all that. So we also have Prions, just downloaded for free. It's I thought it was actually a game at the point, but it's not really. It's just a prototype, and I have pretty much fixed that game. I have trying to get some more, but sadly levels, and that's kind of sad. So I found another game that is called Immune Quest, and and you can pay whatever you want with that as well. But I do wonder if that is a full game or not a full game. It's the graphic is kind of old, but I have an as long as I'm learning something and all that. So Immune Quest, I've tried the first three, actually a little more than the three, but again, apparently that game also came to a halt. But there are like 12 levels, and where it just, you're playing a strategy game, and at the same time, it has questions for you. So you're learning in regards of bacteria and these phages or white blood cells, destroying bacteria and all that. And so you're learning, at the same time. But I haven't completed it. I haven't really, sat down and just, there's so much, and that's a little time. Immune defense is, something that you can pretty much play if my computer actually could, do that without getting too slow. But you can actually play it and listen to other things at the same time. So, but Immune Quest, you seem to have, you need more, you need to focus on the things, so yeah. It would be interesting in regards to trying the 3D game as well. I haven't been able to find some really good fungus games, I was told of this webpage of science games and all that, but they have a lot of evolution bullshit as well mixed into it. I didn't really find any, fungus games as such in regards of mycology and all that. I might need to look deeper into it at some point, and I haven't found anything to the Android either. I think there was a game on iPhone that might have been interested in regards to the immune system and all that, but I don't have an iPhone, so it was a strategy game again, where you had your immune system, and I think it was a real-time game, and see, iPhone, immune system, let's see here. Let's see, so let's see here, Apple, iPhone, immune disorders, maybe we should have searched on game. I'm just trying to make it a little, actually the immune quest was actually pointed out that this is for learning on higher levels, of what is it called, education and all that. It's actually to help people educate them, but again, they didn't finish the game, so it stopped the production. So that's very sad. There are some games where you are making these, but it's not really. I can't figure out. Let's see if I can find on the iPhone. No. I don't know where it is. I can't remember the name. I found it when I did search on games on immune on immune games but sadly it was only to the iPhone. This other game, it seemed, can't seem to find it on the computer here. And we have the sperm cell game. No, that's not. No. Let's just, maybe I can find it on. Let's try here. Okay. Immune system. Immune. Let's just close that down and give it some more juice. Immune system. Immune system. System game. Biology, no, something like that. iPhone. It's not that far. That's long ago that I actually looked into. Oh, what happened? Did it actually? Oh my! Give me a break. No. It actually. Why did it actually open up in? Okay, let's try again. Copy. Could I take the whole thing? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Give me a break. Huh? It's incredible stupidity sometimes. Anyway, let's just take Google here. And immune. I can't remember more than immune system. Bear with me here. Paste. Oh, whoops. And iPhone. Immune game or... Yeah, here we go. 7 games that can teach you about biology. And here we have the other game, I think, in regards of... But anyway, let's see. No. Let's see if we can find it. Can be good for you. Okay. Immune defense does everything it says on the tin. Well, but the problem is it didn't... I don't understand why they could actually... It never finished, that's the problem. They created, 6 levels and they never, worked more on it. So, but it was actually, when you begin to figure out how it actually worked out, it was actually pretty, it was okay, I don't know about Watch This Space or Prognict. I haven't actually tried that. I know regenerative medicine. The game is currently under the development. I don't know about that. But anyway, that's number 3. That's an online game apparently. I haven't tried that. Cell to Singularity. Yeah, just, oh yeah, 4.5 billion years ago. You track your species from their origin. Bullshit, it's just total bullshit. And then we have evolve to survive. Yeah, bullshit, evolvement and all that, Oh, what did we have there? And there we go with the pop-ups. Play with 30 unique games. This actually is Bacterial Combat Light. It's a thrilling card battle game that pits pathogens, that would be, the harmful things, against each other and antibiotics. Oh yeah, I guess the antibiotics becomes the good thing, whatever. It also has period tests to track your learning development as you progress. It might be interesting to. It's only available on iOS and Android. Well, see, actually, that might actually be interesting. Let's see, bacteria. I don't know, what was it called? Bacteria what? Oh, Bacteria World. Is that like a game as well where you can maybe learn something in regards to bacteria? No idea. Bacteria. Eat the others. It's online. Bacteria take over. Apparently they have a lot of bacteria things. But anyway, we'll look for what in regards of bacteria combat. Let's see if it's there. It is. We have found it there. Exciting and educational card battle game on bacteria and antibiotics. Now they probably have some bullshit thing in it, but let's try it. I don't know why it's called light. If maybe you can buy it and I don't know. It says light, test your bacterial knowledge and all that. Bacteria bot is thinking good vs bad. Well, they probably have a lot of issues, but you might, who knows if I might actually learn a little about bacteria and whatever, it might be helpful. Who knows? But that was one of the learning. But I didn't find the game that I was actually looking for. But that might be interesting. Who knows? To learn a little about, I don't know. So here we have the immune defense, which I was talking about. I played that and I finished it and, got 5 stars in every single level. It was, I just, when you begin to get how it actually works, it's actually not that hard. So I just made a big issue in the beginning in regards of that I had to figure out that. So, but here we have the game, and the problem is this is not really it's really only a prototype. So it's not it functions like 6 levels and it's not bad, but it can be a little frustrated in some sense. Here we have the other game, and I haven't. That might actually be a bigger game. It's set to. It's called Immune Attack. Immune Attack is a third-person shooter created by my former company, the Federation of American Scientists. Players navigate a micro-robot through a 3D environment of blood vessels, connective tissue, and the surface of a white blood cell. This game is proven effective at teaching and STEM confidence increasing. I know in regards to STEM confidence increasing. My research papers and presentations are available here and all that, and so forward. And you can pay what you want with that as well. I don't know if that is a full game. The whole game was developed by Escape Hatch Entertainment. And I don't know if they actually finished the game. I guess they must have finished the game. So the graphic is kind of old, but I don't really care. But actually, it's actually pretty good because I have an old computer. So if it actually is able to run on the computer, that would be pretty good. Anyway, I haven't tried it, but that's one of the things that I looked into. But I'm still looking for the iOS game. iOS. Let's try to see iPhone iOS. It might have been interesting. Oh, no. As you can see, I have. Oh, that's interesting. What is this? New mobile game Bio Inc. lets you slowly. No. We don't want anything of that nature. That's just. Maybe I should search in strategy. Strategy biology game. Let's see here. Strategy biology iPhone. Biology strategy iPhone. Okay. Evolution board game. Oh, give me a break. Evolution, I how hard can it to find this game? You know. Apparently a lot harder than I thought. Microbiology game, iPhone. Of course, it doesn't really matter when I can't, when I don't have a. But it's just in regards of you guys, right? No. Could we? No. What's that? What was that? That's a serious game addressing the channels of global antibiotic. A new antibiotic discovered. No. Yeah. More fungus poison. Yeah. I just can't find it. I don't know what I was searching, in regards of finding out. I thought it's like a microbiology game, microbiology games. And I was just searching around and another great micro. Okay, let's try that. That's from the government thing, the page. Drugs via Sparks, a board game. Well, it's not board game. I just can't find it. Microbiology, immune system game. It was something in regards of immune system. Oh, no. Let's see, game. Yeah, but immune system, cell strike. Oh yeah, here we go. I think I found it. That took us some time. A real-time strategy immune defense game by Touchpress Games. I don't know why it's not up for Android yet, or what happened.
Your body needs you. Your cells are under constant attack from bacterial invasion. Engineer cells heal wounds. Scout cells gather antigens, then adapt. Send your killer cells into battle. Take on the weak, the strong, and the deadly serious. Create specialists to wage war with superbugs. Dive under the skin and take command of your...
I don't know how much you would actually learn by this game, so I don't know how much learning that would be, but is this game iOS or Android? I can't find it. Scammer exposed. I know for a fact it is iOS because I searched up Cell Strike and found it on the App Store, so it should be there. So it seems to be iOS. And one says, too hard, I can't make it past the 4th level, make it easier. Well, that's typical in our days. People want things easy peasy, right? It's not like in the old days where things actually was difficult and you actually had to figure things out to actually, Anyway, let's see if it actually is on Android. I don't think it is, but Cell Strike, it should be easy to find if it's there. Cell Strike. No, it's not there. At least not, no. So apparently you need iOS to try that game. And again, I don't know if it's worth anything. It would be interesting to, if you can't learn anything from it, that wouldn't be interesting. But if you actually can learn something about bacteria and the immune system and all that, and get more of the, that would of course be the purpose of it, to learn. and have some fun at the same time. It always makes it easier to learn things, I think, when you're having some fun. I see. What about this? So this is like a card game, I guess. You have Bacillus, Bordetella, Campylobacter, Clostridium difficile, E. coli. Here, now I guess you will, apparently you cannot zoom. And then they give them some strength and generation time and speed and resistance and... Okay. So how many cards is there? Oh, a lot. Salmonella, Okay. So I guess there's some difference of bacteria, and again there's pictures of them, so that's pretty nice, I guess. Questions. What is questions? Easy, hard, back, easy. I have no idea. Red, maybe. Way. Okay, back. So apparently there's some question thing. Okay, single, multi, tutorial. Let's just take the tutorial. Did you know most bacteria are good for us? Yeah, I actually did know that. Oh, that's nice. They actually starts out saying that they are. Who goes first? First 2-3 wins. Welcome to Bacteria Arena. Can you defeat the dreaded bacteria bot? Got it. Touch to continue. Okay. How do I touch to continue? Well, I'm touching. Oh, we can wait for this match to get. We can't wait for this match to begin. Got it. Touch. Okay. Touch to continue. Yeah, I'm touching. Uh-oh. We lost the. Oh, it's a. Apparently, okay, it's an advantage to go first in this game, especially against skilled opponents, okay? I don't know what is said first, but anyway, it's me starting, okay. Your turn, okay. So, it's bad E. coli 0157, famous for its high speed score of 19, or 90, and it's super swift generation time 90. Touch to continue. Okay. What's a start to this warm-up? And I must say, not a bad strength score of 50 either. Okay. It's surely a choice between the top speed score or the quick generation time for our challenger. Okay. So score speed or generation time. Okay. What will you play? Select one of the top stats and then press fight. Okay. So we'll take generation time and fight. Okay, bacteria bot is thinking. Well, what a response from bacteria bot. It's good. E. coli initial 1917. Okay. It seems like it's like, the child game where you are like, you have these airplanes or vehicles or whatever. And what is it called? Where you have this game and your opponent have game and then you win cards and yeah. And whoa, matching scores. Who could have known? Let the battle commence. Okay, 50 and 50. Okay, fight. Draw, use special powers. This was an intense battle and these two champions cannot be separated on this stat alone. So I remember like in this game you had like, then you would put three, special powers located on the bottom of your card. Oh, look, toxins. Okay. Fight. What a fantastic move by E. coli, whatever. Antibiotics vs toxins. 110 versus 19. That was no contest. Okay. What a turnaround. Bacteria bot wins. So he won. By winning that hand, they also get to go first in the next round. Okay. This match is... Okay, so apparently there's like 2 commentators or whatever. Bacteria Bot is thinking. So what did he take? It's a new round. Let's see if this bacteria tag team can stage a comeback. Well, what do we have? I guess must be... Okay, I guess I just need to push fight, I guess. What do I need to push here? Oh, there we go. Bacteria Bot has picked first, okay. When this happens, you must match Bacteria Bot's stats. Don't worry, you know, I think it was called War or something like that. And then when you had the same thing, you would fix 3 cards, and then, you know, and then you could win the whole thing and all that. But it looks like he has a Joker. So what? So what is a Joker? So what am I going to... Can I push anything? So... I can't believe it. That sneaky Bacteria Bot has played. This card destroys all bacteria with a resistance of 50 or lower. This is a hard card to defeat. So like making the antibiotics a good thing, I guess, you know. You have been described antibiotic. This card kills all bacteria with a resistance of 50 and lower. Okay. I guess it's in regards to the agenda of antibiotics and promoting that. And with that, it's game over. Perhaps next time it will be their turn to be the bacteria, whatever. Until next time. Apparently this is like 2 commentators running. So Bacteria Bot is the victory and whatever. Okay. Let's just play. It doesn't seem to be that hard. Did you know almost 3 billion bacteria live in your gut? I thought it actually was more. But anyway. Okay, push. So he goes first. Okay, so why didn't he go first? Apparently fine. Okay, so I'll lose to the bifidobacteria. I don't know about this. This seems kind of tedious in some sense. And it's him again, so okay, fine. And I'm losing again. And then I have a Joker apparently coming up. In this round, exception invisible to immune system. Okay, immune cells, whatever. Okay. I lost that as well, apparently. Oh. I guess this game is just pick the best speed score. I guess that's 100. I don't know. I know what's that the point of that is in regards, but anyway. So I pretty much lost again. Incredible. It's like, did you know all bacteria which live in your body collectively are called your microbiota? Okay, let's try again. First to win 3. You? Okay, let's see. So it's me. So that looks pretty bad. I guess I'll go for speed, you know. It's not really much to think about, is there? Okay, you can change your... Oh, you can maybe change the cards or something like that. Oh, well, I lost that again, you know. Apparently this game is just, you know, just losing. You have been prescribed antibiotic. This card kills all bacteria with resistance of 50 and lower. Okay. So, again, I don't know in regards to this Joker thing if you can... Can I turn the cards around? Okay, I can actually turn the... I do wonder... That's actually pretty good. If you're taking toxin, I guess. You can change, okay. Speed is very bad. Is it speed that he has taken? No, it's my turn. Okay. My turn. But toxins are 90. Is it toxic? I don't understand it. What is this? Oh, that's okay. Okay. I don't know. Let's try. Well, of course I lost that if that was speed. Okay. I guess I like losing, apparently. Okay, so bacteria bot is finging. Your turn. Okay, so we have shield. We have 70 in resistance. Let's try that. Okay. And then we have use special powers, and I lost again. This is incredible. Oh, can't even win one, you know. That's incredible. What? Pick the best speed score. We already took, you know, that's pretty much. And he won again. Return. What's the, you know, I don't understand why the game is not longer than this, you know. Did you know bacteria are like mini athletes and compete with each other? It's like too fast to actually read it, you know. What's going on with it? This is fail, you know. Oh, it's me. I start this time. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have like strength, generation, speed, and resistance. Then you have acid production. Good or commercial bacteria which lives in the intestine of humans and other mammals or something like that. Okay, Enterococcus. Okay, Enterococcus. I think generation time is probably the one we'll go with. Oh, I can actually change. I could probably change. I got that. Okay. Way, we got one. So next is speed. Speed is absolutely the one that we're going to take on this one. That's for sure. Yep. Got that, and then we have a Joker. Of course, I already won, I guess. But let's just fight it, because Joker, exception invincible to immune system, fight. I have no idea how that works out, but apparently I won. Okay, great, then we have 3. And apparently that's the only thing that you have. The antibiotic Joker beats with what type of bacteria? Bad bacteria. So. Oh, it's wrong. Bacteria with resistance lower than 50%. Okay. I don't know about this game. It's kind of weird. I guess I could learn a little about what the bacteria are and all, you know. I'm not sure why it's called the light version, if there's actually a bigger version of it. Why would they call it light? You know, I do wonder. See if we can actually see in regards of light. What was it? Oh, maybe it actually had found bacteria. No, bacteria. No. What was called bacteria combat? No. Bacteria light. Let's see here. Oh, no. Ah, it was correct. Okay, there we go. So there's a multiplayer option and all that, but you know, like 3 is not. No one seems to actually have been giving it any. I don't know. Game Doctor UK. Its last update is like last year, so yeah. Oh, that doesn't really seem like it's an eating game or something like that. We have the bacteria thing in regards of looking at. I think I've tried that, but Bacteria World. But I'm not sure how that works out. Bacteria World. Eat the others online. Yeah, but is it actually any education in regards of it? Evolution bullshit, I guess. Yeah. Oh well. Identification of. It's more like a list of different bacteria to Okay. No, that's not anything about. Oh well. Any case, I'll guess I'll have a little fun with that and read some of the cards or whatever. Let's get back to the topic actually, which I totally strayed from. Okay, prions. The term prions is derived from the term proteinaceous, infectious particle. Prions are very small pathogenic infections, proteins. Prions are associated with several degenerative diseases, including bovine spongiform encephalopathy. Okay. Commonly known as mad cow disease. Other diseases include scraby in sheep, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, and Kuro found exclusive. 2 seconds. I just need to get some water out here. Yep, that's pretty good. Well, I have some blockage in my nose as usually when I speak a long time, but anyway, we'll have some hot tea and I guess I can see the battery is also getting low, but no. So who knows if it actually stops at some point. Anyway, the term prions is derived from the term proteinaceous infectious particles. Prions are very small pathogenic infectious proteins. Prions are associated with several degenerative diseases, including bovine spongiform encephalopathy, commonly known as mad cow disease. Other diseases include scraby in sheep, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, and Kuro, found exclusively in the tribe practicing cannibalistic rites. That just doesn't sound right. Yeah, or it doesn't sound, cannibalistic rites. That doesn't sound good. The transfer mechanism of prions has not yet been determined. Okay, so that was the prions, which I still have pretty much not much of idea of. But then we have parasites, and of course, fungus can be a kind of parasite. Parasites are organisms that take metabolic advantage of another organism. They can be classified as viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, helminths or arthropods. Zoonoses are human diseases that are transmitted via animals, I think it was. Protozoa are basic single-cell eukaryotes consisting of genetic material and a single-layer lipid membrane. They use arthropod vectors to infect species and can exist in two forms: an active trophozoite and a dormant cyst. Classification, class, species. Amobes is Intermobi histolytica. Again, a lot, I guess a lot of Latin and Greek things and all that. Flagellates are Giardia lambia or something like that. Coelites are Balantidium coli. Apicomplexans are Plasmodium spp. Helminths, in regards to worms, apparently, helminths are multi-celled organisms that can reproduce sexually or are hermaphroditic. What is actually hermaphroditic? Is that like, I can't even remember. Monoclinius plant, having both male, female reproductive organs. Okay, so both, okay. They have both sexes, I guess. They have the ability to develop into dormant cyst. Helminth live complex lives involving animal and environmental reservoirs. They can be transmitted via fecal, oral, or fecal skin contact, or through ingestion. The disease burden is directly related to the number of worms that are in the host. Nematodes, roundworms. Roundworms are non-segmented worms that can infect the intestine, blood, or skin. Transmission route and species. Intestine, Ascarius, Lambricotis, Strongyloides, Stercoralis. And blood, Onchoreca, Volvulus, and Vulreriria Bancrofti, or whatever, Tissue and Xylostoma brasiliensis hookworm, that's tissue. Then we have flatworms, Platyhelminths. Oh, give me a break with all these names, Flatworms are primitive worms that is asymmetrical in shape. They're divided into Trematodus, Schistosoma, and Cestodes tapeworms. Okay. Trematodus are a common waterborne parasite. It is estimated that between 200 and 300 million people worldwide are infected with trematodus. They are laid as eggs in fresh water. These parasites cannot swim and need to mature in freshwater snails. Once mature, the schistosoma penetrates through exposed human skin into the bloodstream. The trematodus enter the venous system and lays eggs in the intestinal tract. The eggs are released with human feces into the environment. And I have a blockage in my nose at the moment. Very annoying. Species and egg-laying location: Schistosoma japonicum. I'm not sure if that's one species or two species, but Instatine, Schistosoma masoni, Instatine, Schistosoma hematobium, bladder, Schistosoma mecungi, Instatine. And then we have cystotus. Cystotus are a segmented worm that lives in the digestive tract of their host and absorbs nutrients as they pass through the intestine. The parasite's eggs are ingested through the undercooked food. Prevalence of parasitic infections. The majority of parasitic infections occur in tropical regions and in developing countries. Hosts may not show any symptoms of infection until immunosuppression occurs. That's probably in regards to the same as Candida,